everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Big Mood. I am your host today. You got Gina.
We got Nikki,
Tiff, and Jess.
And today's episode is just a catch up. We want to catch up on everyone's life.
Catch up to all this energy that I mustered.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Eminem reference. I feel like
but
it
it's
is.
like a pun. Ketchup, mustard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing this episode.
You don't get it.
That's what we're doing this episode. All right. Well, but we're going to catch up because, you know, life has been crazy. It's been a few months since we've done a catch up episode. I feel like a lot of things have happened.
Particularly in Gina's life. Very publicly. That we haven't spoken about in this show.
Oh, yeah, we haven't yet.
Uh-uh.
What's up with that?
We always do like topics.
You did it on
so we
David's
never
show.
really. Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, David covered it.
Oh.
On his own.
I like how David covered
took
my
the
life.
Views. David stole all our views. We're not gonna get any views because it's not even
so...
No, but we actually have the person that it happened to.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
I'm like,
stealing
why did
David's
you-
views.
Why did you do this without me? He had Ed. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Whatever. I
You're
am
celebrity gossip.
right.
That's funny.
Yeah, life has been
Yeah, how does
freaking
it feel
crazy.
to have people talking about you now?
Yeah.
So
Their show.
You get to be the tea.
right? Oh my god. This is crazy. The first time I decided to go public with whoever I'm dating,
It
and
turned out to be like the worst.
and it has
person.
and now the whole internet knows that I had
Yeah.
chlamydia.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Hey,
all right,
it's okay, girl. I had chlamydia for free in college too.
Wow.
for free.
You guys
For free.
are nasty.
Didn't even get a
wow.
boyfriend.
Nasty.
Didn't even get a boyfriend out
I'm
of it.
gonna put a stigma on you.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's been fucking crazy, man. Because you guys know me, like 11 years in this business, I never go public with a relationship ever. Like I'll tell stories and whatever. I never say names, and I always change the date on things.
Yeah, on
But-
your Instagram stories, it's always for close friends.
Yeah.
Whenever you do story your man.
Or if I
Ooh, you gotta be
post.
careful with that. What if you forget to hit that button?
Oh yeah, right. Thank God I haven't. But shit's been wild, man.
Okay, so fill everyone in for the people that don't know. If you don't
Yeah.
know, you should follow Gina on TikTok because then
Yeah,
you'll get
that's where the
full
long story is,
story.
right? There's like
It's a
10.
long
Is
story.
it 10? 10 stories?
it's about 10 parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 60-second parts.
So you were dating this guy. You finally thought like, cute relationship time.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
dating this guy that I met on TikTok. Very out of character for me because I never dated anyone younger than me. But I figured like he seemed to be very
How much
mature.
younger than you?
I'm 31. He was 25. So I'm like,
math. 6
yeah.
years.
6 years.
Yeah.
That's a bit.
cougar.
Yeah, under 26, no.
Yeah, which is usually my
No.
deal too. Under 30 is not really my thing.
And that's no offense to all of you under 26. It's just you're going to be a different person after 26.
Yeah.
You will.
You're just getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we dated for 2 months. We've known each other for like 6 or 7 months, but we dated for 2 months because of like, he just seemed very mature and he like convinced me and, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, I was homeless at one point and I was in the military and all that. And the type of person I am is I like to give people a benefit of the doubt, you know, as kind of a dickhead as I am, I try to see the good in people.
Yeah.
So we dated for 2 months.
Especially when they have abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they have that fucking like knife look too. You like people that have that like Yeah. sharp fucking handsome face type of
Jawline.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we dated for 2 months. It was brief, but we had like the whole like commitment talk. Like, you know, he's committed to me and he doesn't want to talk to anyone. Long story short, he dumped me out of nowhere, saying that I had trust issues because I questioned him about something because for some reason I couldn't trust him the whole entire relationship.
Your gut knew. Yeah, your
Yeah.
intuition's never wrong.
And I figured it was just like, maybe I'm overthinking things, you know? And dumped me saying I had trust issues. And for 2 weeks, I was like very confused. I'm like, we never argued. We never had problems or anything. So it was very out of the blue and completely.
Red flag.
Yeah. Completely just like refused to reply. Like I sent one text message after we split and he didn't reply. I'm like, that's all right, you know?
Random.
Very random.
You got too close to the fire.
Yeah.
To the truth.
Exactly. So, for 2 weeks, I was like questioning myself. Like I very much doubted myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you
you're
had just been
wrecked.
covering that in therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, me and our group of TikTok buddies were all in a group chat, him included, and we discussed like, do you want to go? Are we all going to this drive-in theater event? It's an Asian American drive-in theater event hosted by an Asian American production app and whatever of our friends, David Choi and Abe and all them. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Originally, it was me, him, and our other 2 friends that planned to go, but then the whole TikTok crew decided to go. This was planned a month before, but now that we're split, it's like, all right, whatever. He saw that I was going in the chat, and I figured he didn't reply, so I figured he's not going to go because he doesn't want to anything awkward. But then on the way there, I found out through our friends that he was going to be there. I was like, oh, okay, cool, fine. And then it's by some miracle of God, I have no idea how this happened. It was karma, it was a universe or something. It was a first come first serve park where they
like assign they
tell you where to drive, right?
Okay.
My car throughout the whole theater gets parked right behind his. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a little bit awkward, but it's fine. Like my car, our friend's car. Later on, I found out David was right next to us too. But his car was right in front of ours. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to make it weird. If he wants to come hang out with our friends, of course, I'm not going to make it weird. But then I saw like a second shadow in the passenger seat. I was like, what the fuck? And then our friend's like, no, he wouldn't do that. It's fucked up. And so they all went over to say hi to him. It was another girl. And he stepped out of his car real quick and he's like, oh, but, don't say anything about what I do for a living. She doesn't know. And then the group came back to me. They were like, that's really fucked up that he brought a girl knowing that you would come when you guys only split 2 weeks before. And then a couple of the guys didn't know that we dated. And the whole group was just kind of questioning, like, where did he meet this girl if she doesn't know what he does?
Yeah.
That's weird. For someone with 2.7 million on TikTok, how does she not know?
It's weird to date someone that's not your fan.
So a couple of the guys that didn't know we were dating mentioned, or they said, oh yeah, he briefly mentioned earlier that he met her on Hinge, a dating app. And that's when everything came spilling out because our whole group was like, what the fuck? Like, he's told us since day one, I don't believe in dating apps. They make men weak. I think it's cheap dating. Everyone should get off of it. Hypocrite.
Projection.
Huge projection. And then so we all start talking, like, one person's like, yeah, you know what? I did notice that he was a hypocrite about this. Another one's like, yeah, I did notice that he did this. And it all started coming out slowly, right? And then I remember that a family member of one of his exes tried to comment on my videos once, saying, like, why are you talking to this guy? Why are you working with him? He's a piece of shit and he cheated on my cousin. I thought it was just a hater. I remember texting it to him too, saying like, oh, look at this. He's like, oh, geez, never heard that one before. That's crazy. So I was like, I remembered that. So I went back on our text message, find that photo of that user, messaged that user, and she put me in touch with the ex-girlfriend. So I hit up the ex-girlfriend. I'm like, hey, something doesn't seem right. I know this is really fucking weird. Can we talk about this? And she's like, oh yeah, dude, let's talk about it. I'm like, yeah, I just saw him with a girl that he met on a dating app. He said he doesn't believe in dating apps. And she's like, really? Because he met me on a dating app and then he met the girl that he cheated on me with on a dating app. Everything came out. Everything came out.
Literally everything. It's like lie after lie.
Lie after lie. Like, and then I got in touch with another girl that he gave chlamydia to. And she informed him in January. She called him up. She's like, hey, I have chlamydia. I got it from you. I haven't slept with anyone else before you. So it's definitely from you. She's been like celibate before that. And he was like, okay, I'll get it checked. Well, he told her in January. I was with him in January. We had already started dating. And he never told me.
Why wouldn't he try to get clean too?
He claims it's because I figured I didn't have any symptoms, so I wouldn't have it.
Oh my god!
Like, this is like weapons grade stupidity.
Jesus.
By the way, there's a full Google Doc on Gina's Twitter if you want to check it out.
So
where all the overlaps of lies are.
So originally that Google Doc was just me and his 2 ex-girlfriends that he cheated on, and all the lies and everything, right? Well, after I posted the videos on TikTok, everything went viral. Like within a few hours. And then I thought I was done for the night. I did my last video, but then I started getting message after message after message from all these women that live in LA. Hey, I met him too I matched with him and he did this and he did that and he did that. Like these terrible stories.
Whoa.
I was about to just go to bed, but then I got all these messages. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is...
You think you know somebody.
Yeah, like it was insane to me.
How like disgusting does that make you feel to know that there's just like hundreds of girls in LA that...
Classic narcissist behavior.
It's just insane. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm not the person to hear this story because I'm already fucking angry at the state,
Yeah.
at the state of men and the state of dating, and I'm like, I'm just reading all this shit, like,
Yeah.
I knew it.
I feel like
They're
an
all
old married woman in the
trash.
corner,
Yeah,
like maybe
yeah.
like, yeah, is that what the kids are doing these days?
So, all those messages came out, and it really, really hit me that... So the reason why I went public in the first place is not because he cheated on me, not because... I don't give a fuck about that, or he lied, or he gave me an STD. It's fine. I don't care. But when I found out that he knew and knowingly gave me the STD...
Burn.
And found out that he was sleeping with other people also, knowing that he had it, this became like a public health issue. And this is when I realized, like, I can't just let this happen because if you guys don't know, chlamydia, if you leave it for too long, it can render a woman infertile.
Sterile, yeah.
Yeah. And that's really devastating. So I decided, fuck, now I have to go public. Like this, I felt like it was like a responsibility at this point because so many women came out, and I realized he was doing this to so many women. He was continuing to do it. So went public, all these messages came out, and I was like, all right. So I started screenshotting all these messages. Of course, I asked him for consent first, changed all their names, put them in the Google Drive. The Google Drive became like about 100 or a little bit over 100 slides.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Like 20-something women came out. Me, one, two, and 3 other women confirmed with chlamydia from him.
Didn't he also like keep trophies from you guys too, like jewelry
Yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
Jewelry, like he from his ex-girlfriends, he would wear it.
That's
He
a
was wearing
classic sign
mine.
too.
Yeah.
The trophies.
So I
Nice.
demanded to get mine back.
Have you?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was too much of a coward. He gave it to our mutual friend to give it to us.
Mm.
But like all these things started coming out, like even lying about what he did in the military, where he used to work, just everything. It was crazy. Like our group of friends was heartbroken too because one of them was very close to him, and our group of friends was just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like,
Yeah,
It makes you question
really
your own
weird.
choices in picking people too, right?
right?
Like you
well,
can't
no,
help-
not really. Like I don't blame. Like I can't really super blame myself or our friends because we all got fooled.
Yeah,
course. You know?
No,
It's
that's
not
how
your
they
fault.
are.
Yeah,
You know,
it's definitely not your fault, but I can
narcissists,
see how like the mentality can go that way
Yes.
and spiral
To make
that
you
way.
feel
Yes.
like uneasy for at least a time being.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
holy
exactly.
shit! What
they're
you know.
really charismatic though. Like that's how they get where they are and how they stay narcissistic.
Yeah. So yeah, I did at one point. I was kind of mad at myself, like, how the fuck did I let this guy in when I'm very
Yeah.
closed off?
Yeah.
You know. And I was talking to our group of friends who were like, some of them are very seasoned in the entertainment business, and we were all really upset. Like we've spent vacations with you, like trips and all this. Like we let you into our home. Like who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they get off on finding your weak spots and like exploiting.
Yeah.
I think they go for like the strongest, the
Yeah.
smartest, the like
Yeah.
because it's more of a game for them. And
It
that,
is.
It feeds their ego even
like
more
a
when they can
challenge.
get the person that's at the top. You know?
And they can
Exactly.
find someone that's so strong they can find their weak spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eesh.
And then when we met, I was at a very vulnerable point. Like I went through like 2 traumas and some crazy shit, and he knew that. So I was extremely vulnerable. And so
Perfect.
yeah. But long story short, all that happened. He got canceled hard. He released like a written notes app fucking
Apology.
apology.
Oh
on
yeah, I
Instagram.
read that. That was garbage.
The apology was so bad.
was
It
really
was like
bad.
a pity plea. It was
Yeah.
like,
But it was
okay,
like-
I'm sorry, but look at all the stuff that happened to me.
Yeah. Like
But it was also like it didn't look genuine at all.
At all.
Like, and then
Yeah.
he did the video one, right?
was
Where
bad.
he like
Where he was like
Yeah,
reading off.
I'm
off
just like-
a screen.
that's the worst apology I've ever seen.
It made
like,
it so much worse.
ever.
yeah. He didn't address anything that he did.
He
He
was
brought up Native
remorseful.
American people for some reason. That was weird.
That
Yeah.
was
We
weird.
were like, oh, what the fuck was that? Didn't address anything, but he pretty much got canceled. When this all burned and like all over, like one of our close friends, the one mutual close friend that we have that considered him a brother, was like, the whole time was like, you need to apologize to Gina in person. You have to do it. You have to do it. But he was like, no, my conscience is clear. I did nothing wrong.
Oof.
Like just pathological liar. And then so he
Even
finally
to
went-
himself, he's lied to himself so much that
He
he
believes
believes his
it.
own lies.
Yeah. So he finally texted saying, hey, I want to apologize, like 2 weeks after this all came crashing down on him, and or a week and a half or 2. I'm like, all right, sure. And he's like, well, however way you want. I'm like, do it in person at my house. Like, I just want to see what happens. Like, I want to see what he, you know.
See your face.
A day before he was supposed to come over, another mutual friend of ours, well, she was a friend of his, but she decided to reach out to me. She's like, hi, I feel like I need to tell you this. I just got off the phone with him, and the things he said was just, I feel like you need to know, because I've lost all respect for him. I was like, okay. She's like, he considered me his little sister, but the things he said, I just can't. He said, oh, you know, Gina's just this crazy ex. She's making up lies. She's just crazy. You know, those crazy girls.
Oh my god.
Of course.
I've never been
It
a
reminds
crazy
me
ex.
so much of my ex. Oh my god, I heard all that same shit too. All my exes are crazy, and they all like make
That's
up
a
the shit
huge red flag.
And then,
What do they have in common?
and all the trophies and all.
and then he says, I don't know why she's overreacting about the chlamydia. She's being so dramatic.
Oh my god.
Ooh. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
And this was a day
big
before.
Yikes.
Yeah, a day before he was supposed to come over to apologize.
Right.
After texting me, I
It's
want to
like, oh,
apologize.
bitch, you want to see me overreact?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
you want to see crazy?
You haven't seen crazy. Like, this is just. I'm not, like, you haven't seen me go crazy, you know? So he comes over to apologize. But, you know, desperate men could be dangerous. So just to be safe, I had 2 of my buddies come over. One of them is a Special Forces Army veteran. And he's met this guy before. I don't give a fuck. His name's Richoy. Fuck you. Anyways, Richoy.
That's not even his real name, is it?
Samuel Choi. And so he's met my Special Forces buddy before and just like was gushing all over him because that's everything he's ever wanted to be. You know, he wanted to be that military veteran, whatever. So when he came over, all of us were armed, but hidden, of course. We can't brandish. That's not okay. So when he came over, he rang my doorbell. My friend came out. He's like, back up, back up. Like, he patted him down, had him empty his pockets into a Tupperware.
You have a doorbell cam, right?
I do. I watched the whole thing. I recorded it.
That's hilarious.
I gotta see this.
Absolutely. I was
We need
watching.
we need to put some of that image into this video right now.
So he came in. I was sitting here. He was sitting facing me. My friends were sitting behind him, facing him, just in case he tries to do anything. I wasn't really scared because I realized how much of a little bitch he was.
He's actually super weak.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually really
Weakest.
weak.
Yeah.
Even though he always boasted about, like, I'm a man, I'm a manly whatever. But how he handled this whole situation, how he couldn't, I realized, like, you're kind of a very weak, small man. So I
Yeah,
wasn't-
that's how they are.
Yeah.
They
So
get their power from sucking off of strong people.
Yeah.
Bringing
That's
them down.
exactly what weak people do.
Yeah.
So I
Gross.
recorded the whole entire apology, and for legal purposes, I asked him questions for him to have to admit to things that he could deny. Like, do you know that girl that told you initially that you had chlamydia? He's like, yes. I'm like, when? He said January. I'm like, what's her name? He said her name. I'm like, good. So that's on camera, you know? And then I was like, so I heard you said that I was overreacting about the chlamydia yesterday. And you're saying that I was a crazy bitch. And then he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, your friend told me. So I don't think you're fucking sorry at all. And then he was like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'll take it back. Like, oh my God. But the best part was, because he's always said that I'm a man, I'm bold, I'm integrity, loyal, like manly man. I asked him about his military service. And then my friend, who was a staff sergeant at one point, I think, yeah, a staff sergeant, I don't remember, chewed him out. Like, full on chewed him out. I got scared because I've never seen him like this. Like, who the fuck are you to say that you were spec ops? Like, my brothers have died in that uniform. You don't get to fucking say that. You never disrespect my uniform.
Yeah, that stolen valor thing is like a big no-no.
Yeah. So like I said, my friends were sitting behind him. And then he's like, were you in the military? He's like, yes. And he goes, you fucking look at me when you answer me.
He went all drill sergeant.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I've never
I love how
seen-
he was petting your cat while he was doing this
Yeah.
too. That was my favorite part. He
The drill sergeant.
was all petting his cat. It was amazing.
Well, hopefully you shaved your legs.
Did you shave your legs during this
Shave your legs.
confrontation?
Yeah, he's
I
shaving
wish I
his
did.
legs now.
Crushing
He's
these
such a little-
segues.
Crush
Love
it.
Well, oops. Hold on.
But he's not very sharp, is he?
Oh,
I'll tell you what is
hey,
sharp. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
hey,
I'll tell
hey.
you what is sharp.
Yes, Billie. Thanks to our sponsor, Billie. So you know how women's razors, they always have that stupid pink tax. For some reason, they want to charge us more just because we're women to buy a razor. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
personally, and I know a lot of women do this, I have used and bought men's razors because they tend to, in my opinion, they work better. They end up not giving you that pink tax. So I pay less for good razors, good quality razors, but not anymore, buddy. You know why? Because now I got Billie. So Billie is the best razor out there for those days when you want that extra smooth shave with no pink tax, no visit to the drugstore, and no breaking the bank. You can go to mybillie.com to get their starter kit for just $9. It's so affordable and includes their award-winning razor, 2 refill blades, and a cult favorite magnetic holder. Go to mybillie.com to meet the razor that made everyone start talking about razors. And to express a little love for our show, go to mybillie.com/mood. It's a small way you can support us while getting the best razor you will ever own. It's just $9 to get your starter kit plus free shipping. Always. Go to mybillie.com/mood, spelled mybillie.com/mood.
It's so cute. They have like a little holder that
Yeah,
sticks
it's like
to
a
the wall.
magnetic holder.
Yeah.
The whole packaging's adorable.
It is.
Super adorable.
Also want to give a shout out to Noom. It's not just about weight loss like the way that you think about it traditionally. It's about how to build healthy habits and just become a healthier person in general. It's based in science. It's built by psychologists. And Noom doesn't give you the rules, but instead teaches you how to change your mindset so that you can accomplish your personal health goals, stick with them long term, and get healthy for good. I felt like I had a snacking habit only when I had anxiety or stress. And I didn't realize that the two were connected until I went through the program and I went through the app, and it kind of like asks you like, you know, what to just be more aware, like what times do you grab these snacks, or, you know, what times do you do these bad habits, and to be more aware of it, you know, journal, do different things, and then different exercises that can help you. So it's only 10 minutes a day, and the tone of the program works with your lifestyle. You don't have to commit to a rigorous plan. It's based in psychology, and it uses the cognitive behavioral approach, which means you're not just improving your health, you're gaining the knowledge and habits you need to stay healthy. And that's the important part, because you might have crash diets, and then you lose weight, but then you gain it right back because your mindset didn't change. You just did a crazy
like
thing.
A Band-Aid.
This is like an ongoing lifestyle change. And everyone's busy. That's why Noom doesn't demand much of your time. It's just 10 minutes a day. There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/bigmood. Learn how to get healthy with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/bigmood. Ready to learn how to live healthier? Sign up for Noom today at Noom.com/bigmood.
But I don't want to take up, all the time about my story. If you guys want to know
That's
about
definitely the juiciest thing.
Yeah.
It's happened to
I got
us.
nothing going on in my
I
life.
learned all about having an inflatable hot tub, but I'll get to that.
I got stuff going on.
Jess has stuff going
Yeah,
on.
Jess, take
I
it
wanna
away,
talk about
Jess.
that.
But if you guys want to know the whole story, go to my TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really a very long and insane roller coaster of a
is.
story. So
That was the
highly
trailer.
recommend.
Yeah.
That was
Dig
just
in.
a trailer.
It's like documentary style.
Yeah.
You got the Netflix series.
If you want to
right
scare
here.
yourself from dating in LA and in the current period in time,
Yeah.
that story will definitely do it for you.
Yep.
Predator
For you
on the
to-
loose. Let's say. I
Or
mean,
you get to learn from this experience, though, and then now
Yeah.
you know the red flags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned. I've learned a lot,
Yeah.
but I've also learned that when I'm angry, I'm at my best.
Yeah,
You're
girl.
the calmest.
Yeah, I am the
can
calmest,
Right.
at my best,
You're
at my
used to
pinnacle.
chaos.
Never
Yeah.
have I seen Gina prep a Google Doc before.
I know.
Yeah, I
getting
know.
this
You
angry.
did more work for this than you've done for our entire show in like a year.
I have to be angry.
Yeah.
Everything's like
I'm gonna piss you
chronologically
off.
ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna piss you off every time we have a shoot day.
My lawyer buddies hit me up like, dude, you could have been a great prosecutor.
I know.
I was like,
If
thanks,
you had
man.
gone to school, you could have been a pretty good lawyer.
But Jess, what about you? What
Yeah,
have
you
been
just
up
got back
to?
from Texas.
Texas?
What's going on there?
Texas?
Big announcement,
All right,
I
here we go.
guess. I don't even know if I've told you guys everything that I've had planned or I've been doing.
I have no idea what's going on.
So I'm gonna just say what's happening, and then we'll start from the beginning of my
mental
my
journey.
mental journey. Yes.
I'm just
So-
gonna say first though, if Jess leaves us in any way whatsoever at any capacity, I'm offing myself.
No, that's not true. Gina, first of all, you can't say that. And second of all,
Oh shit, that's right. We're not
you
supposed to say
said that you would hang out at every single
Yes.
hangout or else she would
You
leave.
paused
Yep.
And then
this.
you
And you
ditched us
skipped
the
the
first
hangout.
hangout. So she's
The
leaving
very
now.
first fucking
skipped
hangout.
the
It's
very
your
next
fault.
The
hangout.
very first.
The one at my house.
Okay, do you know why?
Because of all the weed shit.
I was getting an STD test. All
No,
right.
it wasn't that day.
No.
Sunday.
No, you were at lunch
No,
with
you
your
were
brother.
like my brother's
You
in
thought-
town or
Oh, that's my
something.
brother one. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
my brother was in town. Sorry.
No, but I loved
We
how
were
the
like,
day
fucking
before.
bring your brother, bitch.
Yeah.
No, but the day before you thought that's when we were hanging out, but it was the next
Yeah.
day. So the day
Oh,
before you were
right.
already
You tried to get out
canceling
of
on
it.
us.
Yeah,
Right.
try it with us. We'll put together a Google Doc
Yeah,
on you.
exactly.
Gina,
You pissed us off, Gina.
The overlap in lies
Yeah,
from Gina.
no way.
telling us
Let's
she
do a
can't hang
fucking
out.
No.
timeline.
What happened was because we were
What
hanging out on a
happened
Sunday.
was-
We were hanging out on a Sunday, But I thought it was a Saturday, so I
No
woke
excuse.
up early and I
No
was ready.
excuse.
I was ready to
No
go.
excuse.
Anyway, it's your fault. She's leaving.
It's your fault.
And I asked you guys what time. They're like, it's tomorrow, bitch. I was like, fuck, my brother's here tomorrow. So I was ready on Saturday. I was up and
No, you were trying to cancel.
You were trying to cancel on Saturday.
Yes,
you
you
were.
did. We have this.
Yes, we have the
receipts,
receipts.
bitch.
Yeah, girl.
It's
Like,
okay,
So
Gina.
no
we
one
still,
feel
I still
bad
love
for
you.
Gina
Fake news.
as far
Fake
as
news.
this
Yeah.
situation.
Fake news.
here.
I want to
far
have
as
the
this
option.
situation.
I want to have the
As far as this
option.
situation.
I want to have the option of canceling on Jess. You
I
know, I don't
know.
want to not have that
Yeah.
option anymore. Okay, here we go.
Well, sorry. So, all of that to say, I have come to the conclusion that this is very crazy, but I am going to go ahead and move back to Texas, even though a few short months ago I was like, I'm never moving back.
LA is magic. Fuck all you people leaving.
Yeah, I think it was like September the last time we talked about it. I think Cassim was here.
Because I was talking about moving to Vegas, and you were like, fuck
I
no,
was like,
I'm
hell
never
no,
leaving.
bitch. Yeah, so that, I guess, started the brain processing of me thinking about it, even though at first it was like a hell no.
But what would that look like? Nah, that's too crazy. But what would it look like?
So basically I've traded in my BMW.
Damn,
So,
big move.
Big move. And I'm gonna break my lease and move probably at the end of May.
Holy shit, that fast?
Yeah.
So fast.
I
thought you were gonna leave after your
initially I
birthday.
was gonna wait until either after my birthday or like November.
She keeps
or something.
moving it up. So like
Yeah.
the lease was it
was
ended November,
Or
right?
October
Yeah.
31.
Don't
And then you
do
moved it up to your birthday, and then now it's in May.
which is
Don't
June
do it end
28th,
of May.
and
That's Mercury retrograde. It's the worst
But
time
I'm making
to
the
move.
decision now.
Okay, make your decision now to leave at the end of June so we can have your birthday party and it won't be retrograde and things could go smoothly for you.
But I thought it doesn't matter what you do in Mercury retrograde.
No,
if
if
you
you're
make the
signing
decision
a new
before-
lease at
No,
your
I'm not going to sign the new lease.
Okay.
I'm just going to stay at my dad's
Oh.
for like a month.
But you're traveling. What happens if something happens
gonna
in the
lose
road?
something?
Okay, look, I can't live my life around fucking Mercury.
Yes, you can.
You're just making
I was waiting for her to say that.
But so yesterday I traded in my BMW, my baby, my love.
You'll
my,
get her
my
back.
soul.
Yeah, you will.
She has my heart with her somewhere
She
in
knows.
Los Angeles. She knows. And okay, so this is like the lamest shit I'm ever gonna say, but it was my choice to turn in the car, right? Because I started making all these financial plans and doing all these fucking calculations, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna fucking have this big ass fucking stack of cash if I make a couple of little adjustments to my spending. But when it came time to turn in the BMW, I started getting emotional because I was like, this is my first luxury, like major luxury purchase. It symbolized something for me that I hadn't ever realized was so big, which was just the achievement of like getting something on my own. Feeling like for once that I wasn't just a piece of trash, I guess. Like, and I don't know, like, I mean, getting a nice car doesn't mean you're not a piece of trash or doesn't mean that you are or whatever, but
Just a symbol.
Yeah.
for me, it was a symbol of like,
milestone.
I got, like, someone handed me the keys to a $77,000 car and let me drive it. Someone let me take that car home, you know? So that meant something to me. Like, I guess it was just a self-actualization of like, oh, wow, I can do bigger things than where I was in a shelter at one point with my mom as a kid. So like for me, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I was very emotionally attached to that car. But so like over December when it was getting real fucking quiet because of the pandemic was just real bad lockdown, I spent a lot of time thinking like about my family life and like things. I just started realizing, oh, you know, I'm like 1,200 miles away from my family, and then like not being able to see you guys very much either too started making me think of like what's really important in life. And I'm like, well, our friendships are kind of like on a once or twice a month basis anyway, and most of my life I'm alone in LA. So even though we're super tight, I am still spending a lot of time alone. Even without the pandemic, I feel like we're only gonna hang out like 2 or 3 times a month. Everyone's just so busy. Like y'all have your own lives, and also you guys are trying to be moms. And Gina's over here fucking getting all these crazy streaming contracts and shit. And I'm just like, I'm just literally by myself a lot. So then I started thinking, you know, maybe I'll move back like at some point, you know? And then it started escalating more and more of like, okay, well, maybe I'll go ahead and move back at the end of this year. I would like to be closer to my dad. Actually, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of years left. So even if I move back to Texas for like a year or two, at least I got another year or two closer to him, and then I could go somewhere else later, blah, blah, blah. So just all of this like stuff like going through my head. I'm like, oh, I should buy a house. I should start building more assets.
Absolutely.
Like, right now in LA, what I'm doing is just fucking taking cash that we're making and lighting it on fire.
Yeah.
Like I'm spending a shit ton of money on my rent, spending a shit ton of money on my car, all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? It's been fun. And I feel like I chose to like get that expensive apartment, and I chose to get that expensive car because to me it felt like I needed that kind of liberation of
You
like,
had your
"Ooh,
financial
look at
hoe
me."
phase.
Yeah, I was being financially slutty.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I
like that.
even though I have an MBA and like I understand like finance
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but I just
You
wanted
need
to
that
be a
period of time.
whore, you know?
Yes.
Like I wanted to
Let me be impulsive for once in my
Yes,
life.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So-
hot girl financial summer.
It was a
Yeah.
hot girl financial stuff. So then, but then after, you know, a few months, I was like, the newness of it wore off, and I was like, wait, I do still like material things, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But I was realizing I could take that money now, invest it now, and have even more later. So like,
Yes.
why kind of blow so much of it now? Whereas, you know, the saying is time in the market.
Yes.
Like,
when it comes to compounding,
Yeah.
time is not on your side if you do
Right.
not start early.
yeah.
So
And I
you
didn't
need
start early.
Yeah,
I'm
but you're
old.
still on the cusp. Like 30s is still okay. Like you're
Yeah.
still gonna be fine. 40s you're gonna have to work your fucking ass off,
Yeah.
and 50s you're really gonna have to have some miracles being pulled. So like I think that is the greatest decision you can make. And
Yeah.
also I agree with you having that impulsive year because you'll always like have that yearning in you if you didn't get it out of your
Yeah.
system. And the fact is like now you know you can do that. I think that's the whole point is like when you grow up poor, you're like told no all the time. And like, I
Yep.
can't have that. I can't have that. And then when you finally can do it, you're like, oh shit. Is it the best decision? Maybe not, but at least you get to
Well, I
experience
still
that.
felt like
and
I
then,
was not being that reckless because, like, you know, there's these little like I don't know what you call it, like rules of finance, right? They're like, don't get a car that's more than 10% of your monthly income.
yeah,
My car wasn't more than 10% of my monthly income. Even that BMW being as expensive as it was, I still didn't surpass that threshold. They're like, your rent shouldn't be more than 3 or 4 times your income or whatever. Or
or it should be a third.
a third
yeah,
or third or a fourth of your income. I'm like, I'm meeting all these thresholds.
right.
But it's still a lot of dollars that
Yeah.
that should be going somewhere else. So I'm just like, you know what?
If you could have an asset under your belt,
Yeah, that
that's
would be way
appreciating over
better.
time.
True.
It would.
Then at least that's a thing that's working for, like it's making you money while you don't have to work.
Yeah.
Then your time and money aren't directly correlated, where
Right.
like you're only making the amount of money that you're putting time into.
Right. So yeah, I just really decided like, I started looking at my finances and I made a ton of fucking spreadsheets because
Good
you
for
know I'm
you,
a
girl.
big fucking nerd. And
Y'all
I
making
realized
spreadsheets on different things. Two different things. Two different things.
way
Different priorities.
Mine is a fucking verb now. Like, you better not fuck up or I'm gonna Google Drive your ass,
Exactly.
bitch. See what happens.
So I Google Drived my finances, and so I traded in my BMW. So I had a 2020 X4 M Competition Series BMW, which I fucking
You'll
I
get
loved
a
it
you'll get a
so
better version.
much.
You'll get it
But,
back.
you know, I traded it in. I got a Chevy Blazer, the RS model, which is a higher level. I had to still be a little bougie. Okay,
It's okay.
I was talking to Nikki. I was like, I can't like go that far down. You know?
I approved it. I was like, it's okay.
But so basically, with that new
Baby
car,
steps.
with the new car payment, and with my insurance will go down because I'm no longer driving a fucking almost $80,000 car. I'll be saving $500 a month on car shit, and then moving to Austin, I'll be saving $2,500 a month on rent. So that's $3,000
Yeah.
in my pocket.
Fuck yeah.
Every
That makes
month
me
by
wet.
I'm not doing anything new or more or different. I'm just not spending.
Yeah.
And I'm saving $3,000. That's gonna add up fast.
Well, you're gonna live in another state, but yeah.
Oh, I know, but like.
With no taxes, with no state
Yeah.
taxes.
Dude, your money goes
There's
so
no
far in
state income
Texas.
tax. The
Fuck
gas
yeah.
is cheaper. It's
Yeah.
like for the gas, because I had to get premium gas in my BMW, and we're in LA, so it was like $4.50 a gallon. It's like half that in Texas, and
Yeah.
also this car doesn't eat up as much gas as that one. So there's just all kinds of little things where I'm like, I'm gonna be saving so much money in so many different directions, and I just got really inspired. Who's that YouTuber you're talking about? Graham Stephen?
Graham Stephan?
Graham Stephan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching more of his videos, and I was
You
just
should also
like,
watch Meet Kevin. Holy fuck.
Meet Kevin.
Yeah, Meet Kevin's amazing.
Is he?
Plug. I love Meet Kevin.
He's a YouTuber that
He's a
does-
YouTuber. Well, him and Graham Stephan actually have a podcast together with another person or two other people, but I only watch them. But they're both in real estate, but Meet Kevin is really good at breaking down the numbers and like. You can start with 10,000 and this is how you make $100,000 in a year or whatever. Like he's
okay.
really good at that. And I just like the way his brain works and the way that he's a good teacher and like with numbers and like
Yeah.
breaking down specifics.
So I mean, like, logically, I feel like none of that stuff is really new for me. But listening to them, I think it was more motivating on a psychological level because it's like I've gone through a master's program in business and finance and blah blah blah. Like I know all this stuff. I've been an accountant. I understand how things work, but I never
applied it.
personalized it. I
Yeah.
never thought like, oh, that matters to me. It's just like, this is what you should do, and I can list what you're supposed to do, but I never internalized those behaviors. So I don't have the type of assets that I would like to have had. Like when I was back in Texas and I was working in accounting, I had a 401k, I had a decent income and all that, but when I left and came out here to LA to work with Joe, like my income severely dropped. Like I worked for his company, right, JK, but I was just making enough just to cover like my car payment and my phone bill and stuff. Like I wasn't making more money.
But Jess, I thought
So
you
I've
moved
been-
here and you were a gold digger this whole time.
yeah, no, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't make more money when I first moved here because he was just like letting me live there for free, and he would give me just enough money to like cover my minimum expenses, and I was doing stuff for him and his company and stuff. So, and that was fine. That was our agreement. That was totally great. Now we're not together. He's paying me a market wage, so thanks, boo. But so I'll have that still as long as that channel is going.
Yeah.
I'll still be working for JK, and then I'll have this. I'll come fly out for
Big mood
our
shoots,
filming.
yeah.
Where are you gonna sleep?
I mean, I could stay at Tiff's house or whatever.
Have
What I'm
extra
so
room.
excited
You should
about
rotate
is
our
the
houses.
big,
I know, yeah.
the big mood trips where we get to all go to Texas and like
Yeah.
vlog in
Yeah.
Texas,
Or then
and then
if
we
you
go to
guys move to
Vegas.
Vegas, we're gonna be fucking going
Casinos.
Yeah,
hella Bellagio.
it'd be
But
so fun.
yeah.
I love all that. Just having money going into assets, going into investments,
It's like so
compounding
it's like
is
the feeling that I got when I started thinking in that direction was like almost a sense of relief.
yeah.
Because it's like when you start getting more expensive things, then you start becoming addicted to them, and it's almost like you can't ever go backwards. Otherwise, it's like emotionally difficult.
Feels
and-
like you're failing or something.
yeah, it feels
That
like a
was-
failure.
That was me for a bit. You guys remember how I went through that designer phase?
yeah.
Hmm.
I kind of got bored of it, and I was like, all right, whatever. That was a waste of money. And
Yeah.
man, I am stingy now.
Yeah.
I
It
really
feels
am.
better to like
It-
not
yeah.
be not. It's almost like the nicer things you have, like it feels good. Honestly, it feels great to be in the apartment I'm in. It feels great to have driven that car, but then they start to weigh you down.
Yep.
Like it's a weird thing that, and I guess rich people probably understand this because a lot of rich people you see, like Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, he just wears a ugly ass sweater. Like
Yeah. Self-made millionaires and billionaires are.
they
like,
don't care
they're
about
not
having
super
nice.
flashy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they have mansions and shit, but still, it's just like they know where to put their money and
Exactly.
like where things matter.
I think that's so much more fun. Like the game of finances and
Yeah.
like watching your money grow and make money is like so much more exciting to me than having a fancy bag. I don't know. I don't really get the purse culture.
Yeah, I mean,
I do get like
yeah.
having nice things. I
Yeah.
like I really like home decor, like
Right.
having really nice like CB2 stuff.
Oh.
But I can wait. Like delayed gratification is the whole game when it comes to
Yeah.
that.
And I didn't want that. Like, I wanted I felt like this year or 2020, last year, I needed some more instant gratification because
Yeah.
I was in that relationship for so long, and then I'm now all of a sudden I'm alone. I'm in LA. Like I needed some kind of pick me up, and it did. It worked, and it gave me more self confidence.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't need that.
I think
anymore.
that now it's just like knowing, like when you walk by a BMW, you're like, I could drive that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I chose not
or I
to.
had that baby.
You know?
I had that baby, and I turned her in.
It's like it's still empowering to know that you could
Yeah.
and you're not.
and I could.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to talk about it to somebody,
If you ever have like, if even if
you
like
ever
you have
miss
a-
it,
If
have
you're
regrets.
sad, if you're crying about trading in
If
your
it was
BMW,
traumatizing,
yeah.
trading in your
Yeah.
You should talk
BMW.
to someone.
or you're or you do have a spending addiction. That's a thing too.
Yeah,
People
that's
have that.
very true.
Yeah.
Who can you talk to, Gina?
You can talk to Talkspace.
Ooh.
Talkspace is a therapy app where you can talk to real licensed therapists anytime you want. Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform that has thousands of licensed therapists trained in over 40 specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationship issues, substance abuse, and more. Your therapist can help you set and achieve your goals. It's also very affordable. Talkspace is a fraction of the cost of in-person therapy. Instead of waiting for an appointment, you can send unlimited messages to your therapist 24/7, and they'll engage with you daily, 5 days a week. Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists with years of experience and is secure and private using the latest end-to-end bank-grade encryption technology to store client information. I actually use Talkspace, and I love it because with regular therapy, you go once a week and you have to remember everything that happened, everything that you felt. But with Talkspace,
It's more expensive too.
it's very much more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a month of Talkspace is about the price of one therapy session. in-person therapy session. But I liked it because I can message my therapist whenever, no matter what time it is, and then they check their messages and they can respond with text messages or video chatting or voice message if you really need someone to actually speak to you. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and make sure you use the code MOOD to get $100 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's MOOD at Talkspace.com for $100 off your first month, and that is a lot of doll hairs.
It really is. And lastly, we would like to give a shout out to Ritual.
Ritual!
It really is.
It really is. It really
I
is.
saw the panic in her eyes. Like, there is no segue.
Yeah, I'm like, segue. Not going to happen. But anyways, Ritual vitamins. I've been taking these since 2017 because I thought they were so cute.
It smells like peppermint.
It does. It's the cutest vitamin on the market. And then, what's more important than cute when it comes to vitamins? I mean, hello.
Aesthetics.
Yeah. We love aesthetics. We deserve to know what we're putting in our bodies and why, especially when it comes to something you're taking every day. Ritual is a multivitamin reimagined with key nutrients and forms your body can actually use to help fill in the gaps in your diet with no shady extras. That's the biggest problem with vitamins is a lot of fillers.
Yeah.
So Ritual doesn't use all those
Your
nasty,
pee
crappy
comes out
fillers.
all neon yellow.
That's the fun part.
I actually
I like
kind of enjoy that part. Ritual's delayed release capsule is designed to deliver high quality nutrients, including vitamin D3, which a lot of women are short on
Gotta
vitamin
get that
D3.
D.
Yes.
3 of them.
At the same
3 holes,
time.
3 Ds.
Yeah, there you go.
Now available for women, men, teens. Ritual multivitamins are specifically developed to help support different life stages. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual, within your first month, they'll refund your first order. So there's really no risk to try. Get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during the first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/bigmood to start your ritual today. Ritual.com/bigmood.
I'm excited to start trying them because I ordered the prenatal ones and I ordered some for Isaac, the teen
cute.
vitamins.
Yeah, the prenatals, I've been on those and they're really good.
Ooh, nice.
But Jess, speaking of assets and stuff, that's actually kind of what's holding us up from moving to Vegas now is that, so last year in September, we were super amped and I was getting super excited. We were making a plan. We got pre-approved on a loan so that we could start looking, and we've been house hunting in Vegas, but at the beginning of this year, we got our house refinanced. It finally went through. It took 2 or 3 months to go through. And the mortgage rates are so good right now that now we went from paying $3,500 a month on our mortgage to paying $1,900 a month.
Oh my God.
In
insane.
LA.
That's
Wow.
In
insane.
a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom,
Whoa.
with an outdoor
That's
space. You
that's
can't
crazy.
find this deal in LA, not even as a rental.
No.
So it's
But then
do we
also-
want to leave this deal?
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
it's you could sell that and get that cash back or
Yes.
whatever, but then trying to buy something else is also
Exactly.
very hard right
Yeah.
now.
Because
I
it's
know.
very tempting to sell it and go find a bigger house in Las Vegas, and that was our plan.
Yeah.
But then, just like you're saying, when we were looking out there, houses were on the market for 4 days, sometimes less. The
Yeah.
places that we were looking at already had multiple offers on them,
Mm-hmm.
and we weren't even sure if that was it for us. So I don't want to make a decision out of
Fear of losing
FOMO.
your-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Emotional financial decisions usually come back to bite you in the ass. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Right. And we love our house.
Yeah.
We really like it there. So now it's making us more on the fence. Even though I dream about being in Vegas all the time, I just wish I had a swimming pool.
How much is it to rent out there?
It's about the same as here,
Oh.
where it'd be
That's pricey.
about $2,000 a month. Because I was thinking maybe we could rent our place out
I'll take
in
it.
LA.
Me.
Okay, there you go.
Rent
And
it out
then
to Gina for
yeah.
$2,000 a month.
It's
dope.
actually super cute. It has a laundry room.
Leave the
and
cats.
The weight setup. Okay.
You have ladies here. 8 cats in there.
Shit.
Leave all of them. Nibbler and love them. It's fine.
Yeah, and actually, because the rooms are so spread out, you don't even feel like you have that many cats unless they're all in one room. But
Yeah.
it's like one cat per 400 square feet.
Yeah.
You always got a cat in there.
So then where are you guys at now at this point?
So we just bought an inflatable jacuzzi because
I just feel like, honestly, Nikki, that was a
whatever,
very...
white trash summer.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a very poor financial decision on you guys.
No, I did a lot of research.
I don't know. I saw it. I saw the model. I just feel like we could have gotten a better price for that. You know?
No, you know why? I was like, why were these all like $300 last month, but now they're like $800?
Whoa.
Fucking Twitch streamers, man.
Oh, yeah.
I guess there's some trend now where you do hot tub streaming,
Yeah.
and it's a trend to have an inflatable hot tub
my
and
God, I
stream
didn't
from
know
it.
that.
So it went from like $300, like whatever, we'll have a stupid time in a $300 hot tub, to like now it's at $1,000 investment if you
so
like
you
want
bought
to.
it for $1,000?
No. I found a deal for $500,
Oh,
but that was
wow.
after searching and pricing things out for a while and doing tons of research on inflatable hot tubs. I could tell you everything about inflatable hot tubs. I also did a ton of research on like how to maintenance them, because a lot of people just think it's like, oh, you buy an inflatable hot tub and then it's like you put water in it, boop, go.
solutions and
No,
shit.
yeah.
No, you actually need like all the chemicals and how to treat it and stuff. So
Oh,
I have a
goodness.
whole treatment system. And the cool thing about the inflatable, because I was like, maybe we should get a real hot tub, but it's a 600-pound thing to do, and I don't think you can I think you do need to crane it into our patio if you did that. So I was like, that's too much
Nah.
work. So the inflatable, you can take it down anytime, when summer's over or you
Yeah.
don't want it
You can have your patio
anymore,
back.
or you're gonna show your house to
Right.
potential buyers.
Oh, I think you should leave it up when you show
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. I'm getting so many ideas because I have these like string lights back there,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
it'll be cute. It'll be trashy cute. So I want to put like a Budweiser neon sign.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Just have like a, I'm
You need like a
half white trash.
NASCAR
Yeah. Filipino
back
half white.
patio.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you a NASCAR bikini.
There you go.
It's perfect. This is what happens
perfect.
when you have adult money. It's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Okay, we also got a robot bartender. We're just having the time of our life. We're like,
That bartender's
listen,
awesome.
LA's
It
been
is.
shut down for a
Yeah.
fucking year now. Like, how do we make our house fun? So we have a robot bartender that makes all our drinks.
He's
You
really
can
hot, by the way.
He's very
I
hot.
love how you call it a robot,
know, I
but it's
love
just
that.
a machine.
It's
It's
called
like
a
a
DrinkWorks by
Keurig.
Keurig, but they won't
It's
sponsor
just a
us, so we
Keurig
don't
for
want
alcohol.
exactly.
But it actually
it
tastes
carbonates.
good.
It makes its own soda.
tastes really
like
good.
they makes a perfect drink.
Yeah.
And the drinks are pretty potent. Like I get buzzed off of one drink and two, I'm done.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a robot bartender. We're gonna take our drinks to the inflatable hot tub.
Have you
Living
set it
the
up
life.
yet?
Yeah.
Living
Do you
life.
have it yet?
The hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't set it up yet. I have
Invite
like
us over.
I will. I have my rugs, and then I'm getting new plants for out there, and I'm gonna make it like a cute little.
We'll have my birthday party in your backyard.
There you
Like,
go.
my pre-birthday, because I'll probably be
Hell
gone
yeah.
by my birthday.
No.
You better be
No,
coming back
fuck
for your birthday.
retrograde.
Also, your fence is very low, so I can sneak over anytime.
There you go.
Catch me. You're gonna hear
not that
bubbles
low,
at 4 in the
actually.
morning.
Oh yeah,
Hi,
Gina's
guys.
here
Your
again.
windows.
She has high heels. It'll be
Yeah.
low for her.
I'm like, that shit's like 7 feet tall.
It's very hot. It's very tall.
I don't remember not being that.
That's another thing is that it's a corner lot, so it's like private and quiet. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
I like a lot of the things in our house. So, and then we have another room for exercise equipment. So there's a treadmill and like home gym stuff.
You have everything you need.
Everything
The
we
whole
need.
spa.
It's off of the kitchen.
Oh yes, I
before
remember that.
before Steve's
Before
office.
Steve's, yeah.
Yeah.
That room always throws me off. That
I know
area
it
throws
keeps
me
going
off.
forever.
Yeah.
Like
It's strangest.
it's very deceiving.
Yeah, I
Our
love
house
it.
looks like it's just gonna be,
Your house
straight
reminds
up and
me
down.
of, like when you play Tetris and you get the one that's like
Oh,
3
yeah.
going
Yeah.
this way and 3 going that way. Like,
The
That's
L
what you
shape.
put one-
That's
yeah.
exactly how it is.
Yeah,
Thing
you
is shaped
accidentally
like-
put one at the wrong spot, so now
Yeah.
that's the extended room, but
Yeah.
it's cool.
I wanted to put a fake bookshelf in between the kitchen and the exercise room, so it looks
Oh,
like
that'd be so cool.
there's no rooms back there, and then
Yeah.
it's like secret.
It should be a
What?
shelf where you put like your sugar and all your
Yeah, the pantry
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
pantry stuff.
and then there's 2 more rooms behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a
Secret.
bathroom and a laundry room.
And a bathroom and laundry room.
We could have,
Sick.
we could have secret slumber parties back
That
there.
would be a great dungeon if you actually like block
Right?
off that wall and had a secret entrance.
There's
Yeah.
a lot you can do.
Gina's like,
I know, look at her
"Please
eyes."
rent that room. Can I please
We
rent
were
your house?
thinking at one
Your
point,
eyes started going.
we were
There's so many
thinking at
things
one
you can
point
do.
too, if you put like real doors instead of the French doors, you could
Yeah.
probably like rent that whole back area out because it has its own laundry, washer, dryer, bathroom. Like it has its own like living room, like everything. So
yeah,
we
that
could
technically
like
could be like a...
rent out that little side.
I wonder
segment.
because you know how like the way your house is, like you have to like to get to your front door. You know how there's like that huge wall there. I wonder if you could
Yeah.
put a door there, so it could be. Its
Oh,
own
there's
entrance.
another. The neighbor has his front door in that area too, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, there's like a blank wall that you pass. and
Yeah.
go to yours.
I don't think the HOA would let her blast through the
Yeah, you
next
can't do
exterior
any of
wall.
that.
That's true.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I
That's
always
true.
say.
That's why I got the jacuzzi and didn't ask.
Just blast down that wall.
I got a fire pit last year and didn't ask, and I got too many complaints because the smoke was
Yeah.
going
Oh, really?
everywhere.
It was a lot of smoke.
It was a lot of
Yeah.
smoke, so
I was not
understand.
happy with that fire pit.
It's
I was
true.
out there like,
It was pretty bad.
What'd you do with your
coughing
fire
like a little
pit?
kid.
I put it on the street. Back to the streets.
Oh no, you put it on the
Back to the
street.
streets. What about you,
Damn.
Tiff? What
Yeah,
have you been up
Tiff.
to?
Nothing. I literally
And that's the end of the episode, guys.
That's it.
Bye. Check out our
Adios.
sponsors.
You got a bunch of plants outside.
That's the one thing I was gonna talk about, and that's the only thing that
Which
I've really
looks nice.
I've been doing with my time is I put now I'm a plant mom, but I've been a bad plant mom. So the 1 week that we went to Hawaii, I thought it was like, okay, 1 week I watered you guys,
Yeah.
I put globes in you guys,
Hmm.
you're gonna be good.
What
That should have been
plants did
okay.
you get?
I got all kinds of plants.
Oh,
But yeah, like those water globes that they
Yeah.
could like water themselves. So
it still died.
well, some
Maybe you overwatered.
maybe no, they were thirsty as fuck
Oh.
when I got back. They were so thirsty,
They were
and
like-
so it was like SpongeBob when he's visiting Sandy. It was literally like that. And so I lost two of my. Okay, so I have 6 Brussels sprout plants, and 2 of them completely died.
Oh, I didn't know you could just straight up grow Brussels sprouts in your backyard.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm attempting it. It's I don't
Apparently
think
you
I'm.
can't.
Oh, I mean, maybe not. But
No, actually, those Brussels sprouts, they're by my garage because that's where
Oh.
the sun hits it. So it's like on the outside of my backyard. It's not even in my backyard.
Oh.
And then so the other plants, like I one little primrose one, it completely died, and I'm like really sad because they were thriving.
Aw.
They were doing so good.
I hate that feeling.
Yeah, and then the other one. So that one, I think it's completely dead too. I had to trim it all down, but like in the very roots, it looks like it's like trying to come back alive. So
Yeah.
I have high hopes for that one. And then the third one, because I had 3 of those, and the third one, that one was like all droopy and dying, but then I put water in it, and then like it got erect.
Aw.
Like that same day, I even took a photo, and I
Nice.
was so happy. I was like, "Look, Casey, it came back up."
Cute.
So I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, those 3 I was like the most sad about because they were the ones that were like thriving the hardest.
Yeah.
And then this other plant that I have, a heliotrope, that one was like the buds were about to come out and start flowering. I was so excited for that one, and that one totally fucking died on me. And I was
Dang
like, I'm so
that.
sorry.
I think you just bought plants that are a little too finicky because I was gone for over 17 days and I watered mine and put globes in them and they all stayed alive.
Wow.
So I think
Yeah.
you just got the weak.
Well, also, I also did not realize that one of the plants that I had, it had like an aphids
Oh.
infestation.
Time for some ladybugs.
And then, yeah, I
Mhm.
need to buy some. I still
Oh,
haven't
you
bought
could
them.
just straight up buy ladybugs.
Yeah.
And they'll like stay on the plant.
Jar.
Yeah, because that's what they eat. They like eating the aphids. But I haven't gotten the ladybugs, and I just recently ordered neem oil, which a lot of people
Oh,
were
yeah,
telling
yeah.
me to get, and I should have gotten it whatever. I didn't get it until just recently, and so a lot of these
That'll help with
aphids-
spider mites too.
Yeah, and I have some of those too. Like there's like this infestation of all my
Yeah.
plants with all these bugs, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I failed you guys. I was gone 1
Does
week,
that
and I
happen
fucked
like
up.
when you bought it at the store they're already infested?
It
Or, like,
could.
how did they get infested?
Well, they also spread from plant to plant. So if one of your houseplants has it at home, like they can
Yeah.
spread it.
Yeah, it was actually the Brussels sprouts that had them
Oh,
initially,
no.
Yeah.
and I didn't know that they
Plants
were in
can be
there.
host too. They
I
need
know,
Google Docs.
That's like straight up, straight up
curable.
Holland over there passing around STDs.
I know, right?
But spider mites, oh my god, are the bane of my fucking plant life existence. I use neem oil. Sometimes I feel like I won, and then they come back like they
Yeah.
planted little freaking eggs or something.
What if you
Yeah.
just get rid of all your plants and start over?
Not all of them. I got rid of the ones that had the spider mites,
Yeah.
and they were in a separate section of the house.
Okay.
So hopefully they don't come back. But yeah, it is. It pisses me off. I hate the second I see those little webs. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be war.
Oh,
Like
shit.
they
don't
light the
plants
plant
get
on
them
fire.
too?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, and also I've had. Have you gotten those gnats yet? Those fungus.
Oh
the
yeah,
fungus
I have
gnats.
tiny ones inside the
Yeah.
house because I have 3 plants inside the house.
Oh my god, that.
And I have one of those like little tiny gnats like flying around, but I always think it's like my eyelashes playing tricks on me because sometimes I have like mascara bits inside my eyeballs, and then
They're trying to eat your eyes.
no, so that's big eye problems, okay, Gabby? So like I get a lot of shit in my eyes all the time, and so sometimes like I'll be like blinking
so you
and I'll
just assume
see.
you have gnats, like always. What's the Charlie Brown character with the fly?
Lin-
No, so or
Linus?
sometimes
Is
like
it Linus?
not Linus. It's his pig pen.
Oh yeah.
sometimes
not
I'll
remember
see.
that name?
Tiff just always has a gnat fly.
I always have like shit, or like my eyelashes, like it has like a chunk of mascara on it, and like I'll think something's like right here, and I'll look, and I'm like, oh shit, it's gone. It's my fucking mascara. So I'm constantly like, I never know what's real.
Oh my god.
But no,
that's
for sure,
crazy.
I've seen this fucking gnat because my cats are always like doing the
Yeah,
with
yeah,
their
yeah.
mouth.
I love that.
And
The
they're like
chirps.
trying to hunt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I know that's not just my eyeballs.
Well, you'll know when you have an infestation though, because they're freaking everywhere, crawling freaking everywhere. Even though they have
Ew.
wings, they just
Those
they're
plants
just
gotta
crazy.
go, man.
Yeah.
I think I got lucky because my plants have no bugs in them or
It's
or
good.
anything.
Yeah.
But
Check
I'm
your
also,
plants
like,
at the stores
I'm,
for
like,
sure.
4 stories up, so I don't know if like they just don't get up like high up in the sky or or I
don't
just
know.
bought plants that weren't infected.
Yeah, they should,
Yeah.
like, for the most part, plants shouldn't have diseases or
Okay.
problems, but like it's not uncommon for
Yeah.
for a plant to catch something.
Ooh man, the first time I see fucking gnats and spiders and shit,
Yeah.
those plants are gone.
Especially if you get them from big box stores like
Yeah.
Home Depot.
Well, I
Oh.
did.
stuff,
I
yeah.
got
Oh.
4 real plants from Home Depot because my house is full of fake plants.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be kind of a plant mom, so I bought 4 real ones and they're thriving.
Good.
And they have no gnats and bugs, so I'm
That's
like, I
awesome.
think I got lucky.
I always
Maybe
get
you
bit
should
by
try the
mosquitoes in
types
that
of
section.
plants I got
True.
because they're not dying.
Well, it's another thing too that's really difficult for me to figure out is because my backyard, like the patio area where I have all my plants, it's all on like this counter space, and that part of my property only gets sun about like an hour and a half ish, like tops, but like it moves, so it's not even like in one spot, so it doesn't get a lot of sun. So for that reason, I bought a lot of like house plants to put out there, but then I think the amount of sun that they do get is too much for them. So then I'm like trying
There's
to figure it
shaded
out.
outdoor plants that you can buy.
Or you
Yeah,
could buy
but
the
those
little...
are the ones I'm talking about that I think they're getting a little too much sun. So I actually have some, like I have my croton, my lily, and my atrium, whatever.
Mhm.
That one I have under my umbrella. So I
Okay.
actually opened my umbrella to shade those 3 plants because those were the ones that are getting like sunspots, like
Yeah.
burning.
They
on
don't
their
like
leaves.
direct sunlight.
So I'm like, fuck, man, plant life is hard.
Yeah, especially if you have potted plants outside, because it's easier if they're planted directly into the ground if they're outdoor plants, but when they're potted, they like have different rules. It's ridiculous. But the more
Yeah.
you go through, the more you learn like how to
but then
problem solve.
I feel myself like kind of get like discouraged, or I'm
Yeah.
not, instead of being motivated to learn more, I'm kind of getting discouraged because I'm like, I don't fucking know, this is too hard. Kind of like with cooking. I'm like, listen, I'll fucking cook if I have to, but if I don't have to, then fuck it, I don't know, it's too hard. So I'm just like, I don't know, I think the plant life might not be
I think you
for
got
me.
too many plants. Maybe just have
Just
like
a lot
a
at
few.
once.
Yeah.
I definitely have a lot of,
Because that
fucking
happens
plants.
when you're first getting started. You're like, oh my God, I want this one too, and this one, this one.
Yeah.
And then
because my idea was to like fill up that whole space, and there's still like chunks of that cardboard spot.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I said cardboard. No, there's still chunks of that countertop that is bald, and I'm like, I need to fill it
I'll
with more
just send you
plants.
pictures of the ones I bought because I've had 0 issues with them, and they're outside in a shaded area.
Okay.
So
Venus
I gotta get
flytrap.
Jess plants.
and it'll give you more
I've
confidence.
only had one
A
plant.
Venus
It was a Venus
flytrap.
flytrap.
Of course you
Did you
would.
kill it?
No,
Gonna eat your cat.
this one when I was like 19 years old. My ex took it. He loved him. It was fun to
I
have.
almost bought that one too.
Yes.
Did they actually eat flies?
Yeah, and then I put little ants in there too.
Oh my gosh, you're
To feed
so
it?
mean.
Yeah, I like it.
Very weird that we own plants like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. There's a very exciting thing that I'm doing soon,
What are you doing?
but I can't tell you guys yet because it's a secret, and I don't know if it's gonna be out yet.
Why did you even bring it up?
Because I wanted to share my excitement with you guys. Well, they know,
Oh, right.
They know, but I
But you can't say.
can't say.
Wait, I know.
Yeah, we know,
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
know.
but we can't say.
Did I-
Yeah,
say it yet.
we can't say it.
Yes.
Because we got to wrap. But maybe
Oh.
if you tune in next week, we'll be here.
Don't make promises.
And
we're not
maybe
gonna
I
uphold.
said maybe. I did
She
not
did say
promise.
maybe.
I
She
said
was very
maybe.
clear about the maybe.
And
You
maybe
know,
Tiff's,
maybe aliens will land next week. We don't know.
maybe Tiff's plants will survive. You
Maybe.
never know.
Who knows? I don't know.
It's like a
Maybe
Rocky and Bullwinkle
Oh my god! Wait,
ending.
actually, before we go, can somebody make Jess fall in love with them really hard in
Not gonna
LA so
happen.
that she doesn't move and she's like, I can't leave because I want to be with this guy. Please, please, Jess,
Not gonna
somebody.
happen.
Yeah, you guys have an assignment.
I'm in love with
Go.
watching my money grow, bitch.
Okay, rich guy that gives her money.
No, I don't want his
No.
money.
No.
money to grow.
Fine.
Go back to your Google Docs.
Yeah.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and 5 stars and everything. I love you.
You
Bye.
like us, so we need it. We're needy.
Go buy Billie Razor.